Hello and welcome back to the Hertha Save. This is episode number 12 and we've been really busy in the transfer market, so I'm going to bring you a little update to show you who we have signed and who we have sold. Let's go and have a look. Alright, so here are the transfers in and the transfers out. You might call it our transfer history. We are then heading into season number 6 here, and we've done a fair bit of business actually. We've spent £133 million. We have sold players to the value of £69 million, and you'll notice that the sold and loaned outside is pretty full. There's been a lot of players leave, whether that be permanently or actually just on loan temporarily. But yeah, we'll go through those. We've also spent pretty big on a few players and brought in a few players on free transfers as well. Should we start with the biggest one? The biggest signing that we made was actually the most recent signing that we made. There's a bike going past my house there. And it cost us £67 million up front, and that will rise to £87 million. I know you can't see him. I'm in the way, and I'm going to click on him now. His name is Davide Costantino. Costantino is a new gen right back that we have picked up from Zebra, and he looks like he is going to be well worth the money. If you just have a look at these attributes, for the type of right back we need, he is going to be insane. Look at the coach summary, 4.5 stars already. He's 21 years old. He is on 125k a week, which is, that's pretty big money. He's already described by the media as an elite fullback, and he's already got 6 caps for Italy at 21 years old. I've added a little face, chosen someone who I thought looks maybe a bit Italian, and yeah, I think this guy is going to be legit. We'll probably play him as... If I show you on here, we'll probably be playing him in the role as a complete wing back. Here he has a few things that we want to work on. Probably want to work on his crossing, perhaps his first touch, dribbling, those attributes here, his technicals. In terms of physicals, they're going to improve and they look really great already. His mentals, obviously being so young, they will improve too. Very, very excited about the signing of Costantino. I'm going to have to get used to saying his name a bit more. 67 million. He played 34 times for Juventus last season. Zebra. He was on loan to Lazio before that and played lots of games, and then Bologna before that and played lots of games. So he has got experience in a top division too. So that shouldn't faze him coming in and starting for us. Anyway, that's our first signing then. Costantino at right back. If I go through now, from the top, we brought in Cuenca. We brought in Cuenca, who is pretty well known on FM. He's known to be one of the good young centre-backs. He is 24 now, but he was available on a free transfer. We brought him in probably as a backup player, just to add to the squad size, perhaps move him on for a bit of money in the future. But free transfer, only on 35k a week. He was at Bayer Leverkusen last year and played 26 games for them. He was also in the Bundesliga the year before that with Augsburg, so it made sense for us to go and pick him up. He's got experience in the league. He's going to be probably a backup, but a pretty handy one at that. We also brought in an FM Wonderkid legend, if you like, Fiete Arp. He's actually 24 now, so he's definitely not a Wonderkid. We've had to put him on a fairly big wage of 58k a week as well. The hope with him is actually, well, he's German, he's homegrown, probably to sell him. I was hoping his value would be a bit higher than this, actually, being fairly young and being German, and we might not make too much money on him. As you can see, I've added him to the transfer list because we're going to try and move him on. 4.8 million I've offered him to clubs for. No takers as of yet. A few loan interests. A few people interested in taking him on loan, but other than that, that may have been a mistake. At that, though, it was a free transfer mistake, so, not too bad. We brought in a youngster as well called Pavel Kritz. He's a young Czech goalkeeper, has fantastic potential, as you can see here. We bought him for 60k. He's already valued at 1.5, so that's nice. We brought in here a lad called René Schreiber, who is a young German winger. I've had a little face to him. There he is. He is a new gen. He was at Dortmund and he was transfer listed. If you take a little peek at his potential, this guy could be pretty special, actually. And for 3.2 million, I thought it is worth taking a punt on him. We will keep him around this year. Probably use him as one of our rotation options, backups, maybe a cup player. But German, 19, lots of potential, 3.2 million. Couldn't really say no to him. Rene Schreiber then, so we've got him in. We also brought in, this is the next big signing then. I wanted the new central defender, a new centre-back, one that could play as a ball-playing defender. Had a good look at lots of options. Wanted to get Nicolo Armini. Nicolo Armini, by the way, absolutely despises Hertha Berlin, apparently. Would not join us. He wanted to leave to join a bigger club. He was unhappy at Lazio. We had bids accepted. I had probably about 58 bids accepted. And he would not join us. There was no getting him out of Lazio. He just would not come to Hertha Berlin. So, you know, he moved to Inter in the end for a lot more money, actually. So I suppose he got his wish, went to someone that wasn't us, and Lazio got their wish. So anyway, we had to have a look at other options. We looked at Deo Upamecano. We brought him in. He had a release clause of 34 million. I saw a bit of value in that. We actually tried to get him at the start of the window. He wanted big wages, a lot more than we've currently got him on. He's on 105k a week here, as you can see, which is obviously quite big wages. He wanted about 170k a week at the start of the window. So I said no then. We bided our time. One of those two. We took our time and we brought him in the end for that 34 million. Got him on 105k a week. Much better. He's going to be probably our starting centre-back, ball-playing defender as you want him to be. Nice age of 25. Lots of years left in him. I wanted a new centre-back because we have Montes and Stark, and that's about it, really. So we needed another one to give them a little bit of competition. He'll probably start as well. Maybe Stark will drop out. Stark is 29 now, so getting on a bit. We also brought in... right. This one I'm really happy about. I'm very excited about this one. Tell me what you think about him, because we've brought in a guy called Alexander Piljavski from FC Nantes. And we brought him in for 5.75 million, as you can see here. Just when I click at him now, look how good he looks. He's 19 years old. We bought him for 5.75 million. Look at his attributes. Does he not look like he's going to be absolutely insane? Because I'm getting vibes that he's going to be absolutely insane. He's going to be our new Sergio Gomez, I'm hoping. Albeit he's more suited to being a deep line playmaker at the moment. I think in future, if we can up his finishing and his attacking attributes, this guy can be the Sergio Gomez replacement, remembering that we sold Sergio Gomez to Barcelona for 93 million. His value is already at 28 million. He's got 14 caps for Ukraine. He only cost us 5.75, as I've said 3 times now. And I think he is going to be possibly straight away a starter. You know, he's already 3 stars ability by the coach summary. Potential's obviously 4 stars there, probably going to be 5. He's got 18 determination. He's got the world at his feet. I really think so. So there's our new Ukrainian midfield dynamo, Alexander Piljavski. I've got big hopes for him. High hopes, you could say. Next up, this one, a fairly expensive signing, actually. Christian Temur from Nice. He's a very young goalkeeper, but... when I looked at him, he looked a lot better than this. So, we needed a keeper. We were really struggling for a keeper. I'm a bit worried that that's going to be a huge waste of money. However, I say a huge waste of money. It will cost us 4.7 million. We didn't really have any. We had Livakovic, our main keeper, and no one else because Nils Korber, his contract ran out. So we had no other keeper. So I brought in a few actually. He was one of them. I hope I don't have to pay the full 12 million for him. He may not be quite as good as I hoped. The next signing, anyway, I know that you can't see these guys, is Luis Fernando. Luis Fernando is a 22-year-old Brazilian. We brought him in for 13 million, possibly rising up to 20 million. If he meets his potential, then actually he'll be worth a lot more than that. As you can see, he's got 4-star potential over here, according to this coach summary. He looks very, very decent. He doesn't look like a world beater, but he definitely is going to be useful. We needed another striker. Of course, Luis Suarez moved on. He is now a coach at the club, which I'm sure you'll be happy to see. We've moved him into the coaching staff after he was very good for us last year, actually, as one of our striker options. And we've brought in Luis Fernando to replace him in the squad. We'll, of course, still have Esposito as number 1 striker, Igor Kilman as the youth rotation option, and then this guy when we need to maybe go to 2 strikers or when maybe cup games, but, you know, as a third choice. We're still probably going to go with 1 striker up front, I'm thinking, next year, but at least now if we have enough strikers, we have the option to go to the 2-striker Mit Caracho tactic if we wanted to. Anyway. Next, we brought in a guy called Leonardo Andro. Lots of potential on this guy as well. He is a young Spanish right back. So we've got 2 really good young right backs. Look at his physicals. He's 18. He's got a lot of work to do on his technicals. But if he can boost those, and he's got 20 determination, by the way, so he actually might improve quite quickly. If he can boost those, he can be a really useful player, I'm thinking. We've sent him out on loan to Stuttgart, who will be playing in the league below. So I'm hoping he's going to play pretty much every game for them. And hopefully we'll see a little bit of development for him, Leonardo Andro. And then he can come back, and him and Costantino could probably be our first choice too in the future, I hope. You'll notice we sold one of our other right-back options, Mazraoui. When I show you who we have sold, you'll see that he is there. He's gone for about 7 million, I believe. There it is, there, look. 7.25 million. We also brought in another free transfer is the word I was going for. This guy was completely out of contract, and I looked at him and thought, there's value in him. If nothing else, there is value in this guy. If we can get him on a low contract, we can sell him on for a price, and that is exactly what we've tried to do. Brought him in on a free. He is very good, actually. He's the Diawara who used to play for Napoli, and then he went to Roma on the game. Then he went on loan to Valencia, and then we signed him on a free and sent him on loan to Lazio. The contract that we've given him at Lazio, I believe that there is a future clause. Can you check it on here? There's an optional future fee of 8.5 million. That's a lot below his value, but I wanted to get that in there in case. If they don't take him up on it, then we'll have him back and we'll maybe be able to sell him for a bit more. But I think on a free transfer, only on 20k a week, which Lazio are now playing, there's money to be made off of him. And then that brings us on to the last signing, the one that I've left until the end. The last transfer we brought in. If you were in the stream, you will have already known about this one live on Twitch. However, if you weren't, there was a bit of a debate going on. There was a lot of people saying, yes, definitely do that, do this. A lot of people saying, are you mental? Do not bring in this guy. He's way past it. He's not worth the money. He's on huge wages. And it's actually maybe even negligent to actually be doing this. But then I decided I wanted to, and I did. So we have brought in, on a free transfer, N'Golo Kante. There he is, 33. Yeah, we added the picture. 33, 17.5 million pound value still at 33. The reason I ended up pulling the trigger on this one was that he's still got decent physicals and can still run at 33 years old. He's got 14 acceleration still, 13 pace. His stamina is insane at 17. His work rate at 19, obviously, that's N'Golo Kante. He's going to be a very useful player for us. He's also going to be a really, really good mentor for players. So that's also why we've brought him in. And, I couldn't really resist. It's N'Golo Kante. We brought N'Golo Kante to Hertha Berlin. Oh, yeah, sorry. The main reason we actually brought him in, I probably should have said that. The main reason is the fact that he has got a 3.5-star reputation. When we signed him, I believe that was actually still 4-star. And one of our club vision goals is to bring in high reputation players. I'll show you on here. I need to work on that one. Devastated about not using the youth system. Okay, we need to work on that. But however, on the high reputation players, they are very pleased. So they're very impressed with Costantino. They were very impressed with N'Golo Kante. There's also a sharp spike in kit sales as well, which was nice too. So that's the final player that we've brought in as a transfer in. We spent 133 million on players. These are the players that we have sold. So we sold Andreas Pereira 13 million. He's gone to Bayer Leverkusen. Brought him in on a free. The season after we sold him for 13 million. Nice bit of money making. He played a few games. We've sold Rodrigo de Paul. He actually played a few games, scored a league goal, scored a goal in the Europe as well. Brought him in on a free, sold him for 25 million. Nice bit of money made on him as well. He's gone to FC Cologne. We've again loaned out Goebbels. We've sold Ivan Gomez for 5 million. He had a few seasons at us. We bought him for 3.8. He was very good at getting us established in the league first couple of seasons. So he did a good job for us. We loaned out Draxler. We sold Mazraoui, as I said before. Biko's a young keeper we loaned out. Mbe So didn't really work for us. Sold him for 1.2 million to Paris FC. Actually still made a profit on him. We loaned all of these guys. Antoine, Freund, Machuca and Fabio Jose. Got high hopes again there. Fabio Jose. He's gone to Leipzig on loan this year. He's apparently going to be a starting player for them. So one of the teams towards the top of the league there, Fabio Jose. And then maybe the season after this, he might be in our starting lineup, or at least in our squad. We sold Mikhail Cuisance, basically for the money that we bought him for, because we've signed some midfielders, Piljavski and... Is that it? Maybe that's it. And Kante, obviously. We didn't really need Cuisance, so I've got rid. We've loaned out Andrea, as I said before. Dragona's a youngster we loaned. We loaned Diawara, as I said before. We sold a youngster for 1.1 million here, well, in the future. We sold Lazar Samardzic, which is a bit sad. 3 million, though. He was never going to get into the team. He's not quite up to standard. We sold him. Burke, another youngster, we sold for 500k. Alan Franco, 3.6 million. Came in. Basically needed to be a backup option. We made a small loss on him after a few seasons. 3.6 million. He's gone to Espanyol. And then... we sold Schoenberg, 2.3 million. Aftab, 300k in the future. And then we also loaned Bruno Zappelli. I still think Zappelli can be useful. However, he was probably not going to get anywhere near the team because of the fact we signed so many midfielders. As I said before, we've loaned out Zappelli. That is all of our business then. 133 million spent. 69 million raised. We've spent big. I'm hoping it's going to do big things. This is the team then, if I just show you really quickly. This is pretty much the team. Obviously in midfield I still need to do a bit of thinking. But Camavinga also may be coming back in. He's over here. He's got a slight injury. But something like this. Costatino at right back. Upamecano and Montez I think are my first two central defenders. Nori at left back. Arnie Meyer can swap with Tonali and with Kante. We've got Szoboszlai, Piljavski, Kante can also play in this midfield. We've got Camavinga in there as well. Like I said, I think we're going to start this Piljavski. I think he's going to be that good. Then on the left of midfield, on the left wing, we've got Veron and Son. On the right, we've got Bianchi and Magno. We've also got Marin in backup. And then at striker, we've got Esposito. Rotating perhaps a little bit with Igor Kilman, who I still think can be great for us. The Belarusian sniper. And also then the third backup is Luis Fernando up front as well. That's kind of where things are then with our signings, with the players we've got. I'm very excited to get into season 6. I really want us to try and dominate a season and not scrape through like we have done in the past 2 seasons. I mean, we've won back-to-back Bundesligas, so it's all good, but we did kind of scrape through them. Anyway, I have been rabbiting on? I'm not even sure that is the right word. I've been rabbiting on for quite a long time now, so I'm going to leave it there. Those are the signings that we have made. And those are the signings then that we have made at the start of Season 6, ready to hopefully bring us a three-peat. 3 Bundesligas in a row. That is the aim. We will see whether we can do that. You know, that'd be very mean, so that'll be a lot worse. But there we go. We'll try. We are aiming for 3 Bundesliga titles in a row. And I will keep you up to date with that and how it goes. I'll bring you maybe a mid-season update unless there's something big happens, and then a few sporadic updates here and there, and we'll see how we get on in Season 6. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, thank you very much for watching, first of all. And if you've enjoyed it, make sure that you are in the right place to come back in the future. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that subscribe button. Click the bell to make sure you get notified for future and for the future videos. And then also make sure you leave a like, a comment, and get involved. Yeah. But yeah, make sure you do all those things. And also, if you have enjoyed this, come and join us live. See how we get along as we go, rather than just on updates. Join me on a Twitch stream. My Twitch is twitch.tv/ClatesFM, as you probably guess. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video today. I will see you soon. Peace out. ATAP.